there. How's it going? I'm trying to remember gratitude, not attitude. Been kind of hard. Yeah. A couple days ago, my son, and I'll figure out what I wanted to say. A couple days ago, my son ended up with an infection. They had put an IV in his neck thinking that they were going to do dialysis, only to find out that that IV ended up with a staph infection or something in it that caused a staph infection in my son's neck and all that kind of stuff. So, of course, they took that out and decided to give him some antibiotics to combat the infection. One small problem. Turns out that he's allergic to the antibiotic. Wasn't good. It was really bad. He was throwing up and you name it. Everything was not good. If any of you have an infection, there's little infections, like kind of, I don't know if you can see it, but I have an infection on my hand. I took some medicine for it, and hopefully it'll go away. It's, up to my elbow, but if it goes past that, we have a problem. So we're trying to fix it now. Well, with my son, if you get the hives, yeah, you see it on the outside like that, but it's also on your organs, all your inside stuff, your stomach, your heart, your kidneys, liver, pancreas, all have those sores on it. And, yeah, bad. And they ended up transferring him to the cardiac ward because of it. And he was having paranoia, fears, you name it. It was really bad. Got him up there, and finally, it took us about a day or so for them to finally get him past all of that. And so the last couple of days, he's been doing pretty good, actually. Getting up and walking around. The problem is that at one point he twisted his ankle, so now he's got a swollen ankle. Poor guy. He was trying to be good and go for a walk like he was told to, and he twisted his ankle in the process. So, but the big problem that they've been trying to do all of last week and part of the week before is they wanted to have an MRI done. They found out that, well, they didn't quite understand that you can't put something that's 48 inches to fit in a space that's 36 type of thing, sort of. Actually, come to find out, their machine is 26 inches across. My son's shoulders from here to here is like 28 plus inches. It's not going to fit in the machine. And they kept saying, well, let's give you some medication to calm you down. And he's like, you don't understand. You cannot get my shoulders in that machine. They weren't getting it. Then they were talking about taking him over to another one that was like a table, but come to find out the insurance wouldn't pay for it. And it took a nurse to measure him to figure out that he's too big for the machine. Yeah, doctors and everybody else couldn't figure that one out. Well, today they said, okay, we have to get him in an MRI to see what's going on in there. And the first nurse measured him, but she measured him all the way around. Well, he's 60 inches all the way around. And they needed all they were giving us to work was 26. And I said, so you're measuring it straight across? And they said, yeah. And I was like, okay, I got you. So I went in there and measured him, told him what he was, and then what they did is they started calling around. The big table machines wouldn't tell them what they wanted. I guess it works differently. And so they needed an actual MRI, but they needed one that was bigger. And the newer models were bigger. So while I was standing there listening to this poor woman calling hospital after hospital and any place they could find to see if he can go over there to get the MRI done. But the first question was, can he fit? And I was getting desperate, so I put out a prayer circle alert to everybody saying we need an MRI that Michael will fit in. And I got the message sent out. I got responses back saying we're praying, and shortly after that we got the one we needed. It took her 6-7 calls to finally find one, but we found one. And so he's early in the morning, which I have to get up early in the morning. He is on his way. The ambulance is going to come and pick him up and take him to the hospital across town that will have the machine that they can take this picture that they need and then bring him back. And Gabby gets to go with him, so I need to babysit the room because we have couple $1,000s worth of equipment in there that we don't want missing when we get back. So my job is to babysit the room. So praise the Lord in that aspect. I sent thank yous out to everybody. I hope you all were praying for Jen today. She was supposed to have, I think it's today. Is it today? No, it's the 22nd. Tomorrow. We need to pray for Jen because her biopsy, I think it is, that she's supposed to get tomorrow for her test. So everybody keep praying and just keep on what we have to. It's been crazy. It's you know, still praying. Got a family member who thinks he wants to kill himself, I think. My mom has third, it's a 3rd degree kidney disease, something like that. Anyway, she's got 18% functional use of it. Not good. Of course, Michael. Oh, this is, trying to figure out who that is. Yeah, that's Michael. My husband, prayer answered today on him. He's been unable to work, and so we've been praying and praying and praying for him. Today he got a phone call from his boss. They have a job opening that's a desk job at where he's working at, and so on the 10th of January he'll be able to go back to work, and it'll be a desk job, so that's cool. Gabby, pray for her. She's doing better. She's doing a lot better, learning how to handle old Michael. My sister just got back from D.C. She had 2 funerals. And Jen. Remember to pray for Jen and her tests and stuff. So, yeah, we got a lot going on. So, and I still got my mustard seed on. If you're wondering what a mustard seed's for, it's in the Bible. Jesus says if you have the faith of a mustard seed, then you can move mountains. And lately I've been feeling like I needed to move the mountains, so that's what's going on. And pray this goes away. I'm having an allergic reaction. I don't know to what. It's driving me crazy, and it's all the way up to my elbow. So, other than that, I plan to work on some videos that I've already recorded and hopefully get them out there. I want to thank everybody who has been praying. When I sent out the first prayer alert, or prayer circle alert, I ended up with 200 responses. I don't even have that many viewers. I have like not even 100 subscribers, but I had 200 responses to the prayers, and you don't know how much that makes me feel. It's just like, you know, God's starting to answer prayers. And I guess everything's in His time, and I'm trying to be grateful instead of having an attitude. It's not easy. And I don't know what else to tell you. I'm just kind of a little bit overwhelmed right now. A lot of good stuff has been happening. I hope the good stuff continues to happen. The test, what's going on with the MRI for Michael is they're trying to find out the pancreas is connected to the liver or something like that, and the kidneys. Anyways, wherever it's connected to, they want to make sure those tubes are clear and not plugged up, because they're not understanding why as soon as Michael eats something we have a problem, and that shouldn't be happening. So they're going to be looking into that, and they said that if there is a blockage, it's an easy fix, so it's not like a major thing. So pray hard, and Michael's been good about no foods or liquids or anything like that. He's allowed a little bit of ice, so he's get these little cups, and he's had like 3 little cups a day of ice. So he's been doing really good. As long as he can get something wet in his mouth and knock it around a bit, he's happier. So I think that's pretty much it. Keep praying, and if you want to, there's a thought. If you want to send a card to Michael or Gabby, just encouragements, that kind of thing, because Gabby's really been doing a super job. I really want her to know how much she is appreciated. And, get well cards from Michael or whatever. My P.O. box is below. You can send it to one of them in care of Mom's Opinion, my P.O. box. So, y'all have a good one. Hopefully we'll have a son home for Christmas. We'll see. Good night.